Game 5, Knicks are up 3-1, of course. 7 o'clock Wednesday. If there needs to be a Game 6, that will be on Friday back in New York. Josh Hart is killing the Cavs softly.
Oh, I've seen it.
Was the headline in Sports Illustrated. And Donovan Mitchell, of course, crapped the bed, too.
Yeah, he's taking all this blame, and he's owning up to it, so you got to like that. But I'd rather you play better, stupid. If you know you're playing
hey,
better,
listen,
then play better.
I appreciate that you're taking responsibility, and except one guy can't run the whole team.
Right, but the guy that's supposed to be the best player on the team can play like it.
Yeah, the guy was setting records left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't the kind of records you want. No. I was reading about a kid named Tyrell Terry. I say kid because he's 22 years old. He only got drafted a couple of years ago. 2020, he was in the second round of the draft. He got picked up by the Dallas Mavericks, and he announced he's retiring because his anxiety and all kinds of other things caused him to not love basketball anymore. And so he's retiring after 2 seasons in the pros. I guess that's better than suicide, right?
Yeah, much better.
It's better than finding out that some young dude in professional sports took that way out. He was the first pick of the second round by the Dallas Mavericks. He went to Stanford, where he was a big, big deal. But he said the playing in the pros has been hard on his mental health. Boy, what do you think you do after that? You think about that.
I'm a mental health specialist?
Well, no, but I mean, you're 22, you're in the pros. I mean, you're breathing rarefied air. You know, all the odds are against anybody getting into professional sports, and you finally get there. However hard you've worked or however naturally talented you might be, that'll only take you so far. You got to bust your ass to get to the point where any pro team is picking you up. Mavericks are no scrubs.
Oh, they're kind of scrubs.
But I mean, you're in the pros.
You're in the NBA. You
NBA.
are in the NBA, and that's that's a huge accomplishment. Not many people do that, but I can see how it would take a toll on you, and you're like, I don't think it's worth it to just continually try and, scrape by and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses and go figure out something else to do that doesn't make me this upset.
He spent most of his first season in the G League. He only played 11 games with the Mavericks, and then they released him, and he signed with the Memphis Grizzlies, but didn't really put those guys, it didn't do much for them. He says he's going to go back to Stanford and maybe play soccer.
All right, well, there goes the whole sports thing. That I was like, hey, maybe he's going to switch gears. But no, he's just going to play soccer.
He's going to stay in another sport. Yeah. But 22, I mean, you still have plenty of time to figure something out.
Yep.
But, man, it must be nice to have options like that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You're like, boy, I'm done with basketball. I'm going to go play soccer. Or I'm amazing at this sport. I'm going to go play baseball or whatever.
It's like
you
the
just
guys
transition seamlessly in between sports.
Yeah, and there's guys that get drafted in baseball and football kind of regularly. I think Russell Wilson did that. I think Pat Mahomes did that. And then they go, well, I'm going to go with football usually. Or
isn't there more money in baseball?
It's harder if I think they would have had better careers is what they went with. Like they were lower prospects.
In baseball. Okay.
Yeah.
They were like more sought after.
Like if you are the top of the top in baseball,
there's like no salary caps.
Yeah, there's no salary cap. You can make a ton of money, but it's you got to be that top player because that drop off is pretty steep from the like top 1% of baseball players to like the mid-level guys. They're like, oh, we're gonna not pay you nearly as much.
You get $75 a game.
Welcome to Cleveland,
guys. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pay you $75 a game.
Parking's on you though.
That's right. Hey, listen, we can't be paying for everybody's parking. All right?
There's a lot we like to use. Tell them you're a player. They'll give you $5 off.
I had to clarify our parking situation here at work last week.
What happened?
Well, I was, we had been in Arizona for a week, and so we got back, and I had come in on that Sunday to catch up on some things before the week of shows started again. I'm usually in at least once every weekend catching up on some stuff. So I came in that Sunday, and there was a Cavaliers game where there was something going on. I don't know what it was. And we have reserved parking.
Yep.
There's I Heart logos, reserved parking. Every one of them's full. And I'm like, okay. So I finally find a spot. And I didn't realize, apparently the people at the gate were like telling people, if there's an open spot, just park there.
That's what I've heard them saying
I
that.
didn't know that. So
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? And I guess they're like, well, technically it's, your spots are reserved during business hours. And I go, well, this is a 24-hour business. I mean, what are business hours? Because I parked, when we first came downtown here, I thought that our parking placards were good for any spot. And so one time I parked in the wrong spot and I come out and there's a giant neon green sticker on my driver's side window. I'm like, son of a bitch. Meanwhile, I come in on a Sunday. There's just people parking wherever they want. One guy got out. I go, bro, they might sticker your window. And he kind of looked at me. He's like, yeah. And I go, maybe. I'm just giving you the heads up. He goes, well, lady down at the gate said I could park anywhere. And I go, okay. If that's what she said.
Does that count for handicap spots?
Probably not.
Park anywhere?
I mean, I assume she meant reserved, not like legally designated parking spots. That probably supersedes reserved. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like I parked wrong one time and I got a goddamn green sticker on my window. Again, first world problems, and it wasn't, didn't ruin my day. It's just something I'd like to clarify because I'm in on the weekend a lot. So, whatever. I was a little butthurt because I got that goddamn green sticker. Yeah, you're going with a razor blade and Goo Gone on your driver's side window.
One of those that's super hard to get off.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. But, hey, listen, I want parking to be as egalitarian as the next guy, especially in downtown Cleveland. People are always complaining about parking. So if you can get in somewhere, get in there. I just didn't know. I needed the clarification. It's not like we have our names on spots.
Right.
That'd be cool.
And like Poundcake doesn't even have a spot.
I don't have a spot.
He's going up to
Neither
7.
do I,
You don't either?
I
He's
usually-
going up to 7.
Today I parked on 2, but usually I'm on 4. But the real MVPs are the people who get their big-ass trucks in those itty-bitty little corner spots, like the ones that's not even like a full spot. It gets cut off by like the corner edge of like the...
Like an exit lane or something. When
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I understand like you don't want to walk or it should be wider spaces, but you know how big your truck is. And if it's right on the edge, right where people are going to turn... Like, you make it really hard for people to maneuver. And I see it all the time, and I just get so paranoid. I'm like, it takes one. I don't know if someone's behind that truck to where I might, like, go out and hit, or if there's somebody backing out, no one can see behind it. Like, it's just very narrow, and it doesn't give us a lot of space. But it's not their fault. It's a one-way, and those are the parking spots that are given.
I can't believe how people fly around the corners in this
Zooming.
parking garage.
Yeah,
I'm like crawling when I leave here at night when there's way fewer cars just in general, and invariably there'll be somebody flying down. I'm like, bro, there's other, like to Poundcake's point with these trucks, you can't really see around them.
Can't see around them.
Taking a break from rolling coal out there, man.
When I was in...
You don't have balls unless you're rolling coal, man.
That's right.
When I was in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago, the NRA convention was in town. So
Pew, pew, pew.
my hotel has a parking garage underneath, but the hotel is also connected to the convention center via like a walkway. So my hotel's parking garage was like the main parking garage. And it felt like every single car in there was a truck that was double parked. When I was like big old hippie trucks, like, and I mean like the not hippie like HIPPIE, like they
Wide
have
hips?
hips on them.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
truck
big
nuts.
tire, the big
Dualies,
tire
yeah.
wells or whatever.
Yeah.
Come and take it sticker.
Huge, giant trucks taking up 3 spots. Some of them parked sideways. It was like, dude,
Sideways.
come on.
I love it.
And I get it. I mean, so Brian is very particular about where he parks his car. Like, he will drive to the roof and
What
park.
does he drive?
He just has a Subaru Forester,
Okay.
but it's brand new. It's a 2023. Like, he doesn't want anyone anywhere near it type of thing. Like, he drops us off at grocery stores and things because he will go
All the
to
way
the
back.
opposite side of the parking lot, which I'm fine with that. It's when people will take up 2 spots or park crooked on purpose. And it makes me want to deface their car. It makes me want to key their car. Or park right next to them. You know what I mean? They leave a little sliver of a spot. I'm like, I'll take a ding for this. I'll park right next to you so you can't open your door. Drives me nuts.
Wow, all right.
It's just so inconsiderate to
I was-
take
I
up
was-
2 spots.
I was behind a guy today in a lane where you can only turn right, and he needed to go left. And so I'm right behind him, and there's a long line gathering up behind me, and they're all laying on their horns. I'm like, I just want to see how long it's going to take this guy with a lot of traffic in both directions trying to make the left here.
Well, even
it took him a while. Everybody behind me's honking their horns. I'm like, they're not honking at me.
Am I crazy for thinking like when we
Yes.
leave out of here? When we leave out of here, there's one person that like needs to go left, and there's construction right there. There's all the traffic that is waiting, like especially today. There's probably going to be a game, or there's a game, so there's probably going to be a lot of traffic, and it's really hard to go left out of here. So I'm like, I will go right. I go right anyways, but I would go right just out of
Just
convenience
to
and go around the
Get
block.
this stuff moving, yeah.
Not these people. There could be a
No.
line of cars going up multiple levels, and they're going to go left. They don't care that people are trying to park. They don't care if people are driving through. They don't care if people are, like, walking in front of their car. They will sit there as long as it takes. If it takes 15 to 20 minutes, they're going to go left.
Well, it's because
And I'm
there's
like,
a lot of people that don't know their way around downtown. So they go,
GPS, man. It's 2023.
they only go the way that they know, or they go whatever the GPS, and they don't deviate from that. And I have friends that they've started coming downtown a lot now, and I've told them where I used to park over here at the PNC lot.
That's where I always
And
park.
yeah, that's a great spot.
You turned
over
me
there.
onto that one.
Yeah, and how to get in now, going on Superior and stuff like that, and it's just so much easier because everything gets so congest over by like Carnegie. So much congestion over there compared to if you know any of the other exits around.
I just get paranoid. I'm like, that's where road rage comes into play.
Paranoid.
I would never like make the people behind me sit for
I
like
see.
15 minutes for me to go one direction when it's easily attainable. You can turn right out of here super easy. If there's like cars coming, sometimes they'll even let you go through.
Mm-hmm.
You could go right out of here. But I'm like, oh my God, what a dick. Like, it just makes me so mad. And I just sit there. I'm like, let me just blast my Christina Aguilera and just not think about it. Because otherwise,
That calms you down?
Yeah.
Genie in a bottle?
I need to distract myself.
He's like, take me away, Christina. Hey,
for real.
get me out of this. Calgon. All right.
There was one time I thought the little bar coming out, the little arm was going to close on me because I didn't think he would take that long. There was a guy in front of me, and he was trying to turn left, and I hit the thing to open up the bar because I was coming out right behind him, and then I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh no, this is going to come down on my new car. But I don't know how that thing works. I don't know if it has like a sensor to know if
I
someone's
think
like
it does.
underneath it.
At least 1 or 2 times a week when I'm leaving here at night, the person in front of me doesn't know how a parking ticket works.
Or they forgot
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Or so
they
that, and they
got
gotta, and there's nobody up there. That,
No.
I've seen people get out of their car to walk up the ramp to see
Rather
if
than
there's
like
somebody working
pull
there.
back into one of those spots.
Yes.
As soon as I see the white lights, I'm like, damn it, man. Like, he's got to go in reverse. So the whole line's got to go in reverse, let this guy out, maneuver to the side. He doesn't know where his ticket is. He's got to go to either the ticket place or walk upstairs to get somebody. I'm like,
And yet, most people get home unmurdered. Right?
Well,
This is
'cause I
just
don't
how
say anything.
like society kind of lubricates itself. And yeah, there's a lot of people who don't go home unmurdered. But in all these situations that these little annoyances, we figure it out and make it work, right? People grumble to themselves.
yeah, I don't say that.
Other people, they want to go key a car next to. Everybody has their
Makes
own
me crazy.
way. Of
I just don't make
dealing
any
with
eye contact.
Some people crank up their pop music.
Mhm.
In my mind, I don't get angry because I'm like, this is just more time I'm alone.
Good for you, man.
I'm like, I need to hurry up. I need to go home and poop before I go to Orange Theory. Like, come on, man.
I got to go home and poop.
I have to get it all out. I don't want something sloshing around when I'm trying to be on the rower. I'm trying to focus.
Wow, sloshing around.
Or like on the treadmill. And
He's
you're
a
just
rower, not a grower.
I pooped my pants. I ate too much corn.
Wow.
I don't like being on the road, and when other crazy drivers are on the road and I pull up next to them like at a stoplight, I don't like to see those people because I'm not going to be polite. Like I have to look forward.
Why? What do you
because-
mean?
Because if they look at me, like if I pull up next to them and I see them, they're going to look at me. Chances are I'm going to look at them and give them like a look.
What
it-
kind of look?
Like,
Somebody just on the corner?
yeah, like, or no. I'm meaning like someone in their car. If they're driving crazy
Yeah.
and I pull up at a light I don't like to see what the person looks
Oh,
like.
you're like, I want to see what this a-hole looks like. I love to see what they look like.
I don't make eye contact.
Usually they're on their phone or something.
Exactly.
It's
I'm like, I can't look at this
at least
person.
that's an explanation, and you're not just a crazy person.
'Cause it takes a split second, and they pull up their, they like, I got something for you. Yeah, you want to make eye contact with me? You want to roll your eyes, boy?
Wow. All right. So you're just concerned. You don't want to roll your eyes at the wrong person, is what you're saying.
Correct.
Yeah. Because nobody knows what's going on anymore. You got people getting killed because they pulled into the wrong driveway or went up to knock on someone's door. Old dude walks up, shoots him in the head. It's a wild, wild life, baby. The real pro move is getting a spot at a meter during a sporting event.
You can't park
but
at those.
Well, they got the bags over them.
Yeah.
They want you paying $50 to get into a lot.
They put signs up and they put in the littlest tiny print. You
No
can't park here at
parking.
this
Yeah.
time and then this time.
And what happens
Yeah.
if you do?
And if you
Get a
get a ticket or you get towed or
I would say, what's
stuff
cheaper,
like
the
that.
ticket or the parking garage? Because if the ticket's $25, you just pay $25.
right, but then the chance of getting towed is up there too. And there are spots that you can park at a meter, but they're usually
Far away.
a mile and a half away. Yeah.
Like you can park on 6th Street to go
Yeah.
to an event at Romo Fijo, and you're like, well, I just got to walk 2 miles. You know?
You're
Which
getting
in
your,
the summertime,
you're getting your steps
honestly,
in.
Not that bad.
If it's like a night game and it's 70 degrees out, yeah, sure, I'll walk around downtown, but
I remember years ago when we were doing an event, it might have been when I was still doing stuff for Tailgate 19, and I had to be in the Muni lot, and I took an Uber because I knew I was going to get ripped. And I severely misjudged how close I was to the Muni lot. So I tell the Uber guy, you know what, I'll just get out here because it was a big, long
Yeah.
line.
yeah.
And he doesn't care. He's just
Like, whatever.
kicking it. Yeah. And I go, I'll get out here. He's like, you sure? I go, yeah, I'll get out here. Holy Christ. I had no idea how far away I was. By the time I got there, I was like, I need a drink. Why is my hand still empty? I'm going to take a break here. I will have more money for you around 5:30, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. Listen for those keywords about 30 past every hour. So 5:30 is the next chance for you to grab some of that. If you want to go see a show called Dream Sonic, this is going to be one of those great metal shows that comes to Cleveland. Dream Theater, Devin Townsend, and Animals as Leaders. Awesome. They're going to play Jacobs Pavilion on July the 8th. It's called the Dream Sonic Tour. So get you a couple of tickets for that coming back. 351